Welcome to Leadership Moments.
In every great leader's life, there are pivotal moments that shape their character, test their resilience, and awaken their vision.
Together, we'll uncover the invaluable lessons hidden within these transformative moments.
So here we are. Stacey and I have been on a national tour, speaking with IT executives all around the country. And we wanted to share some of our findings with all of you today. We've been asking a really important question. What is your biggest challenge as a leader right now? And Stacey, we're consistently seeing the same patterns emerge, right? Change,
Yeah, we are.
Communication, culture.
Yeah, and when we ask what they're encountering or will encounter over the next 12 to 18 months, we're seeing the same common threads there as well. We're seeing client and shareholder demands, technology innovation, and attracting and retaining talent as the top three. And these are also common threads that we're seeing in our coaching and our consulting clients too.
Yeah. So today we thought we're trying to accomplish something with all of you. Really just talk through some practical ways and ideas to help all of you as you navigate the change around you.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with how leaders have to embody change. That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
We have to personify the changes we wish to implement. This authenticity builds trust and encourages alignment within the team. You must not only support the change intellectually, but also emotionally and behaviorally. This means consistently acting in ways that reflect the new directions and values that the change represents. Now, there's three ways to embody change. The first one is model the desired behaviors. Actively demonstrate the behaviors and attitudes you expect for your team. Make sure that you're doing the same thing. So if a change involves a new technology, be the first to adopt and advocate for it. And number two, consistent messaging. Align all of your communications, actions, and decisions with the change goals. Inconsistency between words and actions can undermine the credibility of the change effort. And the last one, promote transparency. Transparency during change helps in building trust and reducing uncertainties that naturally arise during transitions. Clear, open communication about the realities of the change, both good and bad, is crucial. And a great way to build trust is to have the team share personal experiences with the change. This helps create an atmosphere of openness and support. Have open forums, create opportunities for open discussions, such as town hall meetings, Q&A sessions, where employees can express concerns and ask questions about what's going on. And provide regular updates. Keep the team regularly informed about the progress of the change process, the challenges faced, and the successes achieved.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Stacey. And another area which is critical is cultivating this emotional intelligence. The stats are pretty staggering. 36% of people globally are emotionally intelligent, and 58% of emotional intelligence contributes to success in your career. So it is important that as you're thinking about the change, as you're working through it with your team, that you're thinking about how your actions and your behavior are going to impact the team. So effectively managing your emotions and the ability to empathize with others at a time like this is really essential. Leading people through uncertainty and unsettling change. So be aware of your emotions, be aware of your responses to change, and be able to control them to maintain a calm, focused presence. That's what your team really needs. Actively listening to and understanding the emotions and the perspective of your team members, recognizing that resistance to change often has an emotional basis, and address these emotions directly and compassionately, trying to really get through to why, find out what their real concerns are. Setting a positive example through your own behavior and your own attitude, it establishes a real constructive tone for the entire organization to follow. So when you visibly embrace the change initiatives, you're inspiring others to follow. Be present, be engaged, spend time where the changes are happening, and be visible in supporting the process, removing those obstacles for the team, and hold yourself accountable to the same standards or changes that you're actually expecting of your team. Publicly setting goals and allowing your team to see how you are also meeting those goals as well with them.
Yeah, it's really important that team members are actively involved in the change process. They're more likely to support it and embrace it in new ways by doing that. Did you know that highly engaged teams are 20% more profitable and 17% more productive? So just think about that and why this is so important. So, empowering your team during change involves providing autonomy, encouraging ownership, and supporting professional development as well. Learn from the example like Google's 20% time policy that allowed employees to contribute to innovation during their work week. Give team members the authority to make decisions within their areas of expertise as well. This empowerment can lead to increased engagement and faster adaptation. Encourage team members to propose and pilot new ideas that align with the change goals. This can foster a sense of ownership and excitement. And invest in training programs and resources that help your team acquire the skills to adapt to change. A really good example right now would be to create an AI learning schedule, create a biweekly lunch and learn and educate them on AI. Also, have them bring to the team what they have been doing around AI so they get to share and they feel empowered as well. It's about the trends. How does it impact them? How does it impact the organization? And how can they be a part of it? So important.
Yeah, it really, really is. And there's so many fun ways that you can introduce the learnings. I had a CEO have an offsite, and she actually gave each one on the team an AI tool to play around with and come back and report out on that tool. So there's just some real creative things that you can do. It's really critical to have a change management and communication plan. Now, the question is this our job? Should we be doing this? Isn't this part of the overall initiative? But if you want this to be successful for you and your team, it's something that you should absolutely embrace. And what Stacey and I have done is we've actually broken it down into 9 key areas for you. So it's really easy to follow. First of all, what is the change? Define it. Clearly articulate what it is, what are the reasons behind it, what's the why, define the scope, determine what parts of the organization will actually be affected, do an impact analysis, assess how the change will impact different parts of the organization, give the team insights into what is coming so they're not surprised, they're on the journey with you, and they can get comfortable.
Right. And develop a communication strategy. Identify all stakeholders affected by the change and segment them as necessary. Craft clear and compelling messages tailored to each stakeholder group. Communication channels as well. Choose the right effective channel to reaching your audience, such as emails, meetings, workshops, whatever that may be. And then create a timeline for when communication will be released.
Yeah, the next step is all around planning for training and support. Identify the skills and the knowledge gaps that need to be addressed to facilitate the change. Develop training programs tailored to meet the needs of the different departments or the different team members. Establish support resources such as help desks, FAQ, peer support networks.
Yeah, and establish roles and responsibilities. Assemble a team responsible for overseeing the change management process. Identify individuals within each team and each department who can act as change champions, and clearly define the responsibilities of the change leadership, the change agents, and all the other team members.
When you're looking at how do you implement the change, it's really important to consider doing it in a phased approach to implementation. It helps manage the risk. You make adjustments as needed. You can set up the systems to monitor the progress of the change and its impact, create those mechanisms for receiving and integrating feedback from team members throughout the change process. So it just allows everybody to get more comfortable with what is actually going on.
Yeah, and anticipate resistance. Identify potential resistant points and understand the concerns behind them, and address concerns. Engage directly with resistant groups to address concerns and adjust the plans as necessary. Do not avoid it. You
Yeah,
must hit it head on.
that's right. And evaluate and adapt. That is what we do. That is what we have to do as leaders. You define what success looks like, how you're going to measure it, you celebrate those wins, you recognize the milestones met, and the wins, you celebrate the big ones and the small ones along the way, because you want to make sure that you're keeping the team engaged. Reviewing and adapting is important. Regularly reviewing the progress against the goals, and then adapt the plan based on feedback, based on results, based on obstacles, based on things that are actually happening as you're progressing through the change.
And reinforce the change. Implement actions to reinforce the changes, such as recognizing and rewarding compliance and desired outcomes, and provide ongoing support, as we talked about before. Ensure that ongoing support and resources are available to help the team members adjust to the new state. By systematically addressing each of these areas, you can help ensure a smoother transition, higher engagement from your stakeholders, and better outcomes for the whole organization.
Yeah. For all of you with us today listening, we have both leveraged the structure with success, which is why we have it in our book as chapter 14. It's being released in early June. And we wanted to provide leaders with real practical and pragmatic tools to help them in their leadership journey. So please go to leadershipnavigatorbook.com, sign up to get notified when the book goes live. It's really a fantastic resource for all of you.
Yeah, and just to say it again, it's leadershipnavigatorbook.com to be able to go sign up there. And we are going to run a special for a few days on the ebook at $4.99 to get your copy. The paperback will come shortly after that, but still in the month of June. And there's just a ton of wisdom from all of our collaborators who have had over 250 years of combined experience. You will not want to miss out on this book. Tracy Ann and I are so excited about it. I tell you, it really took tenacity to get this one done, but we are so excited for all of you to be able to enjoy it and experience it.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe a volume 2. So that is a wrap for today. Thank you for being with us. We value each and every one of you. And remember, this podcast is for you. So let us know, what do you want to know about? And we will make it happen. Subscribe, follow us, provide feedback. Together, we can make a difference.
And that concludes another episode of Leadership Moments. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights in what we shared today. Remember, leadership is not defined solely by titles or positions, but by the choices we make and the moments that shape us.
Embrace the challenges that come your way. They may be the very moments that propel you toward greatness. We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories as well. Connect with us on our website at leadershipmomentspodcast.com or through social media on Instagram at tap_be-the-game-changer.
And StacyCaster_. Remember, your leadership moment could be just around the corner, waiting for you to seize it. This is Stacy Caster, and what doesn't challenge you won't change you.
This is Tracy Ann Palmer, and be the change you wish to see in the world.